Okay. Well, we had another guest caller come in on my 95-cent Goodwill phone, and it's my old friend Michelle Carr. And I hadn't heard from her for a while because I ended the friendship because she was stealing children's coins over there at Chuck E. Cheese. You know, for the games, you know, kids would be playing, she'd go over there and steal their coins. I got this firsthand from the manager because Mrs. Carr wanted me to find out why they weren't allowed to be there anymore. Okay, so Michelle is autistic, and she's been challenged most of her life. Her life hasn't been difficult. I mean, it has been difficult, it hasn't been easy. I have empathy for that. I met her through my friend Hollis Williams, my homeless friend over here. I met Hollis, 20 years ago. And then I lost contact with him, and when I moved to Springfield, he was from a Safeway collecting cans as a homeless person. He was living under a bridge. And he had a sidekick, this other challenged person, Steve, adopted him, and so did Michelle. And I would have them over every Sunday for dinner for almost a year. This all came about because I got a windfall from my uncle, Vincent Rice. So I shared it with my old friend who'd fallen on hard times. I didn't know Hollis that well when we were friends. He was my neighbor over there in Eugene. I met him right after I was put into a homeless shelter situation after I was homeless. So I would have Michelle over, and Steve and Hollis, every Sunday, and I'd cook them a meal. Now, to not be invited to stay in Chris Wandell's house in Pennsylvania, it's quite a blow. Especially since I paid for Hollis's funeral and I adopted him through the Elk Society. Now this computer just made a noise, so I don't know if that was my... I wish I had a light on my camera. Let me know if it's still going. I'm going to have to go check. Okay, well, one thing about being friends with Michelle is I've got a clue as to what's been wrong with Chris Wandell. I believe she's autistic. They've got a lot of similarities, and one of them is the flat voice. Let me read what a flat voice is. Another issue related to problems with prosody is a flat voice, sometimes misinterpreted as a lack of interest, lack of intelligence, lack of humor, or lack of emotional response. In fact, many people with autism are extremely emotionally sensitive. Many are artists, poets, and composers whose emotional sensitivity comes out in their art. And many people with autism have terrific senses of humor. But a flat voice combined with a lack of verbal expressiveness can easily be misinterpreted. And there's no therapy for this. And Chris has almost the same kind of qualities, or lack thereof, that Michelle has. They have, autistic people have a very hard time relating to other people. They don't have that intuition that allows people to trade off ideas, emotions, this kind of exchange. They become very, very focused on a tunnel vision. The focus has to be on them, what their problems are, that they're preoccupied with because of autism. They don't have an innate empathy for other people's problems at all. Michelle's been trained, she's gone to school to try to learn to consider the other people. You know, I laugh because it's a struggle with her. It really is. And she's very, very, very manipulative. She's very intelligent. She's very emotional. She can go out of control. She hits people. She's used to hit Steve in some kind of play they used to have in my house, and I said, I can't have that anymore because she was really hitting him hard. So we're going to go listen to Michelle's message that I got just half an hour after I got Chris's message. And like I told Chris, I said, you know, I'd last talked to her. I said, we're done, we're finished, this is it. You know, you're not my friend, you know, your selfishness and your deceit is beyond anything anybody could put up with. But I've said the same things to Michelle, you know, but yet she continues to call me. And that's a dead giveaway that it's autism. They just don't get the idea that you put up a boundary, you know, that they've hurt you and you're going to respond by putting a boundary, and the answer is no, no, no. Well, they don't get that. See, Chris leaving this message, she doesn't respect, you know, my emotions, and that I have a right to be angry. She just ignores that and concentrates all her wrath onto Stefan, as if the message was for him. Well, he's not here. We've never met. So today is Michelle's mother's birthday, and she looks like a witch. Michelle does too, you know. And this woman has hit me up for cigarettes. Every time her daughter be over, she'd call up, I need cigarettes, get me some cigarettes. I don't care how you get it, you know. You know, and I had it, and I went over there and drove Michelle home, and I walked in to her mother. I said, I'm going to give you these cigarettes, but I get to say what I want to say. Stop using your daughter to get your addiction met. You know, and she had to keep her mouth shut because I was like, want these? How's that feel to be manipulated, you witch? You know? So, at the end of the month, they usually run out of cat food. There you go. See, I got all these cats, so they don't get the animals spayed. And so it's usually been my job to come up with money to feed the kitties at the end of the month. Well, there's another problem. Both of the women are on the rag at the same time, and they don't have any co-text. So I got this call, see, because I can solve the problem. You know, a women menstruating at the same time, a mother and daughter, and the kitties don't have any food. So it's hell over there at the car house. You know, if the woman did smoke cigarettes, she'd have money for the cat food and Kotex. See, you know, it's a drug problem. She's a drug addict. She's hooked on nicotine. So let's go listen to this other happy bohemian message. You know, that I got today. And of course, you know, being sick and stuff for a couple weeks, hey, that doesn't matter because, you know, I'm the Mr. Solution Man. I'm the money man. You know, at least I was. But it's all gone. See, all the money my uncle gave me is gone. So let's listen to the happy autistic message I get here.
No new messages. All message playback.
Hi, Greg. I wanted to ask you what's wrong with
Okay.
you when you said you were sick.
Now notice the flatness of the voice
That was
there.
my concern.
You know,
And one observation
it's sort of
I'd like to make
a monotone, okay?
for... Hey, John Presco, it's me, Michelle. I was just thinking about you and knowing that today was going to be my mom's birthday. I don't have enough money to get her any candles. And I just got done sneezing. So that's why I'm like... And she keeps on texting me about, oh, it's her birthday, she's out of tubes again. But I'm not going to get her any tubes for her birthday because I don't have any money right now. And if she wants tubes that badly, she can go ask her friends. But I want to have a nice gift for my mom. So if you want to call me back, it's 541-525-7596. Very much appreciated. Bye.
Okay, so she'd called me back on my other phone just right after she made this message. So let's listen to Chris.
Final message.
Listen to that.
Hey, John Presco, it's me.
End of final message. No new messages. All message playback.
Hi, Greg. I wanted to ask you what's wrong with you when you said you were sick a while ago. That was my concern. And one observation I'd like to make before, well, now that I'm severing ties with two good friends, or what I thought was a good friend in Vienna, Stefan has finally succeeded in what he so surreptitiously set out to do. He has finally succeeded in demolishing our friendship, and that was exactly what he intended to do. Isn't...
Okay, see the similarity in the tone of voice? You know, it's like they're mother and daughter. Even though Chris is coming to all this money, she has a house, she's not happy. She won't deal with her mental problems or her conditions, or she won't go to a professional. She says she does, but she doesn't listen. It's she knows autistic people that they know everything there is to know, and if people would just go along with them, everything would work out fine. Well, that's not true. So, okay, well, there we have it. These are my two ex-friends that made my life miserable, and now that my health's gone bad, I just have to cut them off. I can't handle that. I can't, come up with the Kotex. And, I can't put up with the bitching. And Chris is always on the rag. Always. She's never happy. People have done all these things for her. I was sending her a care package with clothes almost every month. And even after she bought her house, she was saying, oh, I'd like a corduroy jacket. Yet, I can't stay in her home. See? And that fits in with the whole autistic thing. So, I throw my hands up. I surrender. I'm powerless over autistic people, especially women. Okay. This is Springfield Johnny, over and out.